Let's be honest. Most people talking about Forex online are lying to you. They sell dreams, not reality. They post screenshots, not statements. They talk about freedom, not the 95% who never make it. But today we're going to talk about the truth about Forex trading, the truth nobody has the courage to say. Because if you don't understand the real game, you'll spend years chasing the illusion. Let's start with the first hard truth. Forex is not easy money. It's not a side hustle. It's not a quick flip. It's a zero-sum game where someone wins because someone else loses, and most of the time, the loser is retail. The market doesn't care about your rent, your dreams, or your bills. It doesn't reward effort. It rewards skill, discipline, and emotional control. You can have the perfect strategy and still lose money because your psychology isn't ready. You can have no strategy and make money once and then give it all back. This is the cycle that breaks traders. It's the same story in London, New York, and Dubai. Because Forex isn't about beating the market. It's about surviving it long enough to understand how it really works. The second truth. Most retail traders are liquidity. They're not participants. They're the fuel. Their stop losses are the targets. Their emotions are the signals. Their impatience feeds the institutions. When you see price spike violently before reversing, that's not random. That's stop hunting, smart money collecting liquidity before moving price in the real direction. And that's where your strategy dies, because most retail systems ignore what the market actually is, a battlefield of liquidity grabs and manipulation. The third truth, brokers want you to keep trading, not winning. Even regulated brokers make money from your volume. So every incentive is designed to keep you clicking. Tighter spreads, bonus schemes, flashy dashboards. They sell access to markets, but what they really sell is hope. The truth? Most brokers could run $1 billion marketing machine on the deposits they collect from losing traders alone. The fourth truth, indicators don't make you profitable. They make charts pretty, but they don't make money. If you can't read price action, raw movement, liquidity zones, structure, and market timing, no indicator can save you. The fifth truth, prop firms are not your shortcut to success. Yes, they look like a golden ticket, trade big capital, earn big profits. But the model is simple. Most traders fail challenges, so firms profit from entry fees, not funded accounts. They're not funding traders, they're monetizing dreams. That doesn't make them evil, it makes them smart. They're running a business. The problem is, most traders don't realize they are the product. Now here's the sixth truth, education is broken. Online Forex education is mostly regurgitated YouTube clips, outdated PDFs, and mentors who've never traded live. They sell theory, not execution. They sell confidence, not competence. Real trading education comes from experience, screen time, backtesting, data, and losing money the right way. Because every loss teaches you more than any course can, if you have the courage to learn from it. Let's talk about something most people can't admit. Trading is lonely. There's no applause when you win. No sympathy when you lose. No boss to blame. No team to hide behind. You wake up, face the market, and your biggest enemy is the person in the mirror. That's why most traders quit. Not because they can't find the right setup, but because they can't handle being wrong. But here's the paradox. That's exactly what makes the few who survive so powerful. Because the moment you stop trying to be perfect and start trying to be consistent, everything changes. Now let's talk about the biggest illusion of all, trading for freedom. You see the cars, the villas, the Bali laptops, the lifestyle. But here's the truth. Freedom doesn't come from Forex. It comes from mastering yourself. Forex won't save you from a 9-to-5 if you bring the same mindset into the markets. Impatience, greed, shortcuts. You don't escape the system by trading. You build a new one inside your head. Because in trading, freedom is not about money. It's about control over your emotions, your habits, your reactions. That's why successful traders aren't the smartest. They're the calmest. They don't panic when others do. They don't chase candles. They don't fight the trend. They accept what is, not what they want it to be. Now let's look at the real reason most traders fail. No edge. They copy, they guess, they react. But the market doesn't reward guessing. It rewards data. You need an edge, a repeatable setup that works over hundreds of trades, not just one lucky week. If you don't track your performance, journal your trades, and review your mistakes, you're not trading, you're gambling. And that's the truth no influencer wants to say, because gambling sells better than discipline. Here's another truth. The market doesn't owe you anything. You can do everything right and still lose. That's not unfair, that's probability. Trading is not about being right, it's about staying alive long enough for your edge to play out. Professionals think in terms of risk and reward. Retail traders think in terms of winning or losing. That's why one survives and the other disappears. And here's something most won't believe. You don't need 10% a day. You don't even need 5% a week. You just need consistency. 1% a day compounds faster than most people can comprehend. But the human brain isn't wired for slow success. It craves dopamine. And that's why traders blow up accounts, not from lack of knowledge, but from lack of patience. So what's the real truth about Forex? It's this. Forex is not about beating others. It's about beating yourself. It's about managing risk like a sniper, not trading like a gambler. It's about turning chaos into structure and emotion into execution. If you can't master that, you don't just win in Forex, you win in life. Because this game teaches you everything school never did. Patience, emotional control, responsibility, and the brutal cost of ignoring reality. So stop looking for the magic indicator. Stop chasing signals. Stop blaming brokers, algos, or manipulation. Start learning market structure. Start tracking your data. Start thinking like a professional. Because professionals know something most people never realize. Forex is not about making money fast. It's about not losing it slowly. And if you can survive the first few years, if you can build discipline, process, and emotional detachment, then you've already done what 95% never will. That's the truth. The one nobody wants to say, but the one you needed to hear. And if you're ready to trade like a professional, to stop guessing and start understanding, check the link in the description or pinned comment. It's where we break down real strategies, real psychology, and real risk management used by professionals every single day. Because Forex isn't about luck, it's about longevity. And now you know the truth.